the maximum condition have to be true. That is, if condition is true and then it will execute another if. So another if condition is true, it will execute another if. Likewise, the nested if will work. Okay. If else is any one of these statement, it's like an or option and it's like a and option. So and is nothing but I have to prove the two statement also true, or else any one of these statement is true. Okay. Next is switch cases. I have a multiple scenarios over there. Any one of these scenario will happen at once. Okay. So that kind of statement will comes under as switch cases. Okay. Next one is jump. In jump, break, continue, returns are there. First one is break. I have to stop my program by using a break. I have to, whatever it may be, I have to continue my program. For that I have to use continue. Return is nothing but I just go through another statement. For that purpose I am just use for return. Okay. So first one is the if statement. If statement I also tell that I just we have to follow certain conditions or certain statement or certain block of statement have to execute by using some condition. If the condition is true, I have to execute some of blocks. Okay. So used to decide whether the block have to execute or not by using the some of the executed conditions. Okay. The block of the statement is executed or not. That will be decided by our conditions. Okay. This will be syntax for if statement. If the condition is true, I have to execute this block. This is the flowchart for our if statement. If the condition is true, here I just give my input. If the condition is true, it will execute some statement. Okay. If the condition is false, it simply comes out of the block. Okay. This is the flowchart for our if statement. Okay. This is the example. I am just giving a two input x and y, and x is 10 and then y is 20. I just want to find which one is the greater. Okay. For that, x it stores 10 and then y it stores 20. I have to compare this. 10 is less than 20. So the condition is true. Here the x is less than y. I am just giving x is less than y. So 10 is less than 20. So condition is true. So here I am just simply printing y is greater. So this is the example for if block. Next one is the if else operator. If else operator is similar to the if operations only. If the condition is true, it will execute one statement. Suppose if the condition is false, it will execute another statement. Here the definition, it executes the if block if the condition is true. So the if block and then the if block statement will be executed when the condition is true. If the condition is false, it will execute the else block statement. So this is the syntax. If the condition is true, it will execute the if block statement. Whether the condition is false, if this condition is false, it will execute the else block. Here the flow chart. First, if the condition. So here I am just giving a condition 1. So if the condition is true, it will execute one statement. So this is statement 1. If the condition is true, which means if the condition is false, it will execute another one statement. Okay. The same, these two will be exit while the loop. Okay. So this is the flowchart. If the condition is true, it will execute one statement. If the condition is false, it will execute a statement 2. Here the example, here the same example I am just taking. X is 10 and then y is 20. Here also I am just comparing these two, which one is greater and which one is smaller. Okay. If x is greater than y, so x 10 is greater than 20. If this condition gives you a true value, which means it will execute x is greater than y. No, this is false statement, right? So for that purpose we move to the else statement. So else says y is greater than x. So this statement will be executed. Okay, this is the example for if else. Okay, next one is nested if. Nested if is I already told multiple condition have to be true. So first one, if condition number 1, if the condition is true, it will execute another non-condition. So this condition also have to be true. This how the statement will work. If this condition is true but this condition is false means it will move to this else block. So this condition is false means it will move to this else block. So this how the nested if will work. This is the flow chart. So here I am giving a first condition. This condition is true, which means it will move to the second condition. So this condition is true, it will move to the second condition. If this condition is also true, it will execute the statement, or else if this condition, second condition is false means it will execute the statement 2. So this block doesn't execute it. Okay. So this true block and then this false block will be executed. If this first condition is false, it will execute the another statement. So finally it exit the blocks. Now we can see the example for the looping statement. First one is if else. So if it is a general if statement, we no need to use a else block. Okay. So for the if else, there is a if statement and also a else statement. So consider the example I equal to 5. Okay. So what is I? I is 5. So 5 modulus 2 equal to 0. So 5 modulus 2 is not equal to 0. Right. So it is not equal to 0 means it will be execute the else block. Okay. So consider the I equal to 6. So it is equal to 0. So it will be executed the if block statement. So the statement which is true means it will execute the if block. So here consider I equal to 5, which means what will be the output is the odd number. Okay. So it will execute 5 modulus 2. So the statement is false. So the statement goes to the else block. This is a general if else statement. Now we just going to consider a nested if. Nested if is the multiple if within a one single if statement. Okay. So just take down the greater number as example. Okay. So I am here going to consider A, B and C. So first I have to compare A with B and also compare A with C. If A with B and A with C, both the statement are true, which means it will be executed A is greater. Okay, just consider if this statement is false, that is A greater than C is false, which means it will move to the else if statement. Okay, so in the statement B greater than C, if A greater than B and B greater than C, which means B is greater, this will be executed. Okay, so both A is B false and A is C false, which means it will be executed this statement. Okay, this is a multiple if, that is I am just going to declare single if within another if. So the single if statement, I am just going to declare single if statement with another if statement, that is called as a nested if statement. Okay, next one is a if else later. If else later means there will be a multiple conditions if any one of the conditions will be true, that is the if else later. Okay, consider mark statement. Okay, a student score in a single subject, if she scores 70, which means either she can secure a B grade or A grade or C grade, any one of the grade is possible. For that purpose, I am just going to take I is 70. So 70 is greater than or equal to 80. No, condition is false. If the condition is false means this statement will move to this. Okay, this statement will not execute it. Okay, it will move to the next else statement. Okay, 70 is greater than or equal to 70. Yes, this condition is true. So it will print that C grade. Okay, this condition is also false. If I take a 50 is my mark, which means is false. Second if statement, the condition is false. Third if statement, the condition is false. So defaultly print a else statement, that is better luck next time, that is fail. So it will show a better luck next time. This is a if else later. Okay, now you can clear with the looping statement. Now we go to the switch statement. Switch statement is nothing but a multiple branch statement. I am just going to declare a single condition with a multiple cases, that is called as a multiple branch statement. This is a looping. So first one is conditional expression. Here I am going to give my conditions. Okay, if the condition is true, that is if the case choice, so depend upon the choice, the output will be executed. If the choice is true, which means it will be executed the case 1 or case 2 or a default statement. If in a case 1, if my choice value is 1, which means it will execute at the case 1. In the case 1, statement 1 will execute it, and we have to declare a break statement. The purpose of break is I just don't want to execute another cases. So for that I am just doing a break here. Okay. So the statement 1 will be executed and then break. So it will move to the next loop. Okay. If the choice is 2, which means defaultly case 1 will be ignored, case 2 will be executed. Okay. What the if the choice is 10? Okay. So there will be no cases. I am declaring case 1 and case 2 itself. So the output is 10 means it will directly choose the default statement. It won't consider the case 1 or case 2 or other cases. It directly executed default state. Okay. What will happen if I doesn't declare a break statement? It will continuously execute the other cases. So first it will execute. So the output is 1, which means the case 1 is executed. The statement is executed. If I ignore this break, which means defaultly it comes to a case 2. And then case 2 statement will be executed. If I ignore this break here means second default statement and then default case statement will be executed.